The year was 2009, July 2009, and a little game called Battlefield 1943 was released on the Xbox 360 and the PlayStation 3. You know what? Almost 15 years of that game has been live for, up until last week. So we're currently on, what, the 12th of December, isn't it? Oh, fuck me. I should really check these things whilst I can. Yeah, 12th of December. They shut down on the 8th of December. There was no fanfare. There was no articles. It was just, it was there 1 minute, gone the next. I got to play it, Battlefield 1943 and Battlefield Bad Company 2 Vietnam, until about, I think it was about 10 p.m. Greenwich Mean Time. And, you know, I've never had so much fun with a first-person shooter. For those of you that haven't, well, you're never going to be able to, but for those of you that never got to play that game, you really did miss out, I'm afraid. The simplicity of it was excellent. The deployment, no pun intended, was excellent. And in the beginning, they set like a challenge where you effectively once the entire community reached, I think it was 40 million kills, they released effectively an additional map, which was Coral Sea, also known on the title screen known as Air Superiority. And this was basically, you just use planes. So you'd start off on the aircraft carrier and you'd dogfight. One thing I wasn't too sure about was if you could parachute out and land on one of the islands. Can't say I've ever seen a video that was possible. I think you just died after falling a certain amount of feet, even with your parachute. But that was a nice little touch from the developers. And I spent many an hour playing with randoms on that. Sometimes I'd have a good run. I don't actually recall what my highest score was in a match. I vaguely remember it being in the 20s, but you know, the next match you'd be lucky. You might not even get one kill. So you kind of just try and make up the score by running around and capturing the different bases around, or fixing tanks, or if you can get in there without someone sniping you, for example, into the bombing raid hut where the little rotating satellite dish was, and then try and bomb where you can. But in those final couple of days, that really brought out all the big guns. Again, no pun intended. There was a lot of people online that are clearly very good at flying planes, driving tanks, and dare I say, driving jeeps. And yeah, those people that are flying planes, yeah, kudos to you, because you were just fucking amazing. I was never any good at flying a plane on that, but it was irrelevant because I had a lot of fun with it. Only a couple of my old friends used to play it, but I was always flying the flag right the way to the end. And I'm going to sorely miss it. I'm really going to miss that game. There was a few things in there which I never actually saw myself, but there was the ghost boat glitch. There was also some nice little Easter eggs hidden away on each one of the islands, except for Coral Sea. Was it Guadalcanal, Iwo Jima, and what was the other one called? Oh, top of my head. Yeah, you're shouting at me right now, saying, "Is this in one of your fucking videos?" Yeah, well, the other island as well. Well, there we go. Clue Island, Wake Island. But hidden around were little sand castles with little Swedish flags on, and obviously the reason for those Swedish flags was because DICE was Swedish, as far as I'm aware, which is a nice little touch. But on one of the little islands, and I think it was actually on Wake Island, off of the main island, might have been Guadalcanal. It could have been Iwo Jima, I can't remember. But there was another little island that says something like Hagar was here, something like that. And that name Hagar was actually a character in Battlefield Bad Company. So for those of you that didn't know who that person was and why was that writing on an island, there's your answer. Yeah, you know, so end of an era, basically. No more Battlefield 1943. I know that there is quite a large community trying, or at least in the discussion stages, of creating private servers for this. And I believe there's a PlayStation 3 private server that someone's managed to set up. I think that's what I heard. But by all accounts, EA will not allow that. They've put it to bed. That's the end of it. They've destroyed it. It's gone. Currently, you can still play the what do you call it? Well, if you bought the game, you will still have the installer in your download history or on your existing console, so you can still play the training level. But it's just a ghost town, isn't it? You're just going down memory lane on Wake Island with it, just to wander around and just reminisce about great times. But it's deathly silent because you don't hear any, machine gun in the distance or shouting or bombs going off or planes flying. You don't hear anything, and it's quite somber, really. But yeah, so those are kind of my memories of the game, and I thoroughly enjoyed it. I enjoyed it right up to the very last minute. I'd love it if someone could create private servers, and then you could change, say, I don't know, the DNS and that on your Xbox 360 and be able to join a private server and play the game again. I don't think that's going to happen. But hey, stranger things have happened in life. We never know. Maybe EA may revisit it and create a new one. Maybe they'll call it Battlefield 1944. I don't know. Or something else like Battlefield 2000. No, we don't want another 2000 stuff. The fact is, the game went back to basics. It didn't ask anything of you. You just got in and you played. It was effectively mindless fun. None of this leveling up and stuff like that. It was just there with its 3 different soldiers. So you got a sniper and a infantry and a rifleman. And obviously, air superiority. Plenty of videos out there online for you to watch if you want to see some fantastic gameplay from people. I've uploaded 4 different videos of Battlefield 1943, along with a very long Battlefield Bad Company 2 Vietnam match, which there was about 2 of us in each one. There was far more people in Battlefield 1943, I can tell you that much. But then Battlefield Vietnam pack, not everyone had that. But anyway, this one's out to Battlefield 1943 and all the players. I salute all of you. Thank you very much for playing. Check out the videos that I've done of those games. So they're just obviously 4 matches on all 4 maps. And as they say, the rest is history. So, I guess thanks for playing, and see you around on some other game, I expect. Take care.